Hello friends! Today's video is going to be featuring all of the things that we made from the plant-based bundle. Now the plant-based bundle is ending in about 24 hours from the posting of this video. The bundle ends on December 2nd at midnight Eastern New York time. So if you haven't gotten it yet, this is your last chance to grab it. The link is in the description box below. So head on down there. All the other sales are ending tonight as well. So please go grab that if you haven't yet. Let's dive in and see all the fun things that we made this year from the plant-based bundle. One of my favorite ebooks that's in the bundle this round is called The Art of Raw Food by Art Raw Paulina. I have been following Paulina for a very long time because as a photographer, I'm drawn to amazingly beautiful photographs, and Paulina is so talented. I adore her photos, and she's got some pretty awesome recipes as well. These are the broccoli noodles for the Thai green curry recipe in her ebook. Now, some of the raw ebooks do have oils in their recipes. This one did not, but I just avoid the oils whenever possible. And this recipe was super fun to make. I spread out the broccoli noodle batter onto the dehydrator tray and got those into the dehydrator to dry overnight. These dehydrators, this is model 3926TB from Excalibur. I prefer the 9 tray. It's so much better than the 4 tray. Things dry a lot faster. These are on sale right now as well for Black Friday. The next day, I started cutting up the sheets. I peeled them off the trays and I started cutting them approximately 2 to 3 millimeters. Now you could maybe try using a paper cutter, but I'm not sure because they're quite soft, so I don't know if they'd squish in there. I found it super easy just to use the scissors, and I listened to a podcast while I chopped all these just to fill the space. But this was really fun, a very, very creative way of making some noodles. Here are all the noodles all cut up, and I put them all into kind of spirals. I also put this plate inside of a Ziploc bag to keep them soft before dinner. At dinner time, I also wanted to make a light salad. Now, I love the bundle because sometimes you can find accidentally raw recipes in some of the cooked food ebooks. This one is from Broccoli Mom, and she has this recipe that is raw. She also has a chaat salad, and that can be raw as well if you use sprouted chickpeas. The dressing is raw, and it's really good. I highly recommend making that as well. You get this ebook as well in the bundle. This is the cucumber salad, and we made this as a side dish to our green Thai curry sauce blended on high in the Vitamix. I love how the blender can warm up the sauces. If you blend on high speed for about 1 to 2 minutes, it gently warms up, warmed to raw temperature, and we put it in the base of our bowls and decorated with the noodles. Here's our salad with some sprouts that we made as well. This was so amazing. Seriously, it was so much fun to make. And like I said, I love making recipes from other creators. There are some unique things out there. And if you get the bundle, you get access to download over 100 different ebooks for $50. All you pay is the $50 and you get to download everything. Make sure you download everything though within the year so you have all of the PDFs on your device. And it can be a little overwhelming because there is so much content in this bundle. You're getting over $3,700 worth of stuff for $50. Take your time with it. Go through each ebook all by itself and see maybe what you can make for your friends and family, what's in there that you want to make for yourself. There are so many resources, not just recipes either. There's some fitness stuff, there's yoga, there's mindful stuff in there as well. Lots of things. Please go to the description box below because you only have 24 hours to get it from the posting of this video. It ends Monday, December 2nd at midnight New York time. So head on down there. I don't mind if you pause the video, go grab the bundle, and then come back to watch and see what fun things that you can make. So mixing these noodles is what makes them nice and soft. They do get really nice and soft. And I, like I said, was super impressed with this recipe. We're definitely going to make it again. I loved the curry sauce. It was really nice. And the noodles were very grounding and savory. As you can see, they spiralize up really nicely here on the fork. They're nice and soft. And Nate was really excited to try this one as well.
That we made up. Look at those. We're gonna mix these up with this beautiful creamy sauce. And then we've got a nice salad here. So this is going to look so amazing mixed up. Yeah, let me get a picture. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it, you guys. Grab the bundle. This is in the bundle. It is so fun to make other people's recipes. Yeah, that is so cool. My gosh. Yeah. Oh yeah.
Nate's mixing it up. Yeah, right. Get them saturated.
And we got to get them separated. Maybe I should have kept them a little separated in the beginning. Oh, they're working good.
Look at those noodles.
Look at these.
Noodles, ramen noodles. So cool.
Oh my goodness.
Then we enjoyed it, cozied up on the couch together. Then we made another recipe one of the other days. Again, this is just a compilation of everything that we made from ebooks that you can get in the bundle. This isn't everything that we ate in one day. It's everything we ate over about a week or two. So just featuring some of the recipes that we made. This one here is the barbecue craze, and I added the summer squash because we had some that we wanted to eat up. This recipe you can find in my meal plan volume 3. This ebook is also included in the bundle. You get to download it again for just one price of $50. You get to download everything. This recipe here is really easy. This is one of our favorite things to make for quick dinners. And the cool thing about Meal Plan Volume 3 is it's really good for beginners because there's 90 recipes. Most of them are salads and smoothies, so they're really easy to make and you do not need a dehydrator. But this recipe, we did put them into the dehydrator. You don't have to. You can eat it without using the dehydrator, but we do like to marinate them for about an hour in there. Again, this step is totally optional if you have a dehydrator. So we put these in at 115 degrees Fahrenheit for about an hour just to soften up. And then we spiralize our cucumber. You can use cucumber noodles or you can put them on a bed of lettuce. But this is the barbecue craze marinated vegetables. We top with some sesame seeds. And this, again, is one of our favorite things to make when we just want to make something really quick because it is pretty quick. All we have to do is make the marinade and chop all the veggies, let them marinate for about an hour in the dehydrator, spiralize some cucumber, and we're good to go. It's one of the faster meals that we like to make. Now, some of the recipes ask for chickpeas, so we like to use sprouted chickpeas. For example, the chot salad in Broccoli Mum's recipe book. We use sprouted ones, and this here is the bloomed black forbidden rice because we are going to be making the mushroom risotto recipe that you can get in Make It Raw Volume 2. Also included in the bundle, you get to download that ebook that I wrote with Chef AJ. So we have those ready, and we started soaking our chickpeas. We soak them for 48 hours and then we sprout them for 24 hours and then they go in the freezer because freezing them actually makes them softer in texture. Once you thaw them, they're really good for adding to salads. We usually use a half-gallon mason jar and we put about 1 pound worth of the chickpeas in there and then we fill with water. That way it doesn't overflow. About 1 pound is really the sweet spot because they will expand a lot. We like Food to Live. This company makes some amazing sprouting seeds and legumes. So here are the chickpeas and the lentils. We buy big bags and we sprout a lot at one time so that we can put them in the freezer for future recipes for whatever we want to make that require them. So we fill them to the top, especially the chickpeas, because they're going to absorb a lot of water. And the lentils here, we're filling that as well with some water. And you want to stir everything once you add the water to release all those air bubbles, because that is what is going to help prevent spoilage of your sprouts while they are soaking. And we soak the lentils for about 12 hours and then we sprout them for a day and then they go in the freezer. The chickpeas, again, those are soaked for 48 hours, sprouted for 24 hours, and then they go into the freezer. So you always want to make sure that you stir them, especially the chickpeas, because once they swell, they get all kind of stuck together, and it's so much better if you stir them first. Once they are ready to go, a few days later, see, we have our lentil sprouts. They've got little tails on there, and we have our chickpeas that have sprouted slightly. They just have little tails. They don't need long tails. As long as they've been soaked for 48 hours and sprouted for about 24 hours, they're good to go. We put them in little containers. We like to separate them into about 1 cup or 2 cup containers so we know how many we need to thaw at any given time. This is a 1 cup container and this here is a 2 cup container. So if we need 2 cups, we know we can take one of these, and 1 cup we can take the others. So they're going to go in the freezer. Next up, now this part of the recipe is not in the ebook. I just sliced up some tomatoes and sprinkled them with a little oregano and basil and put them in the dehydrator for a little bit of time just for decoration. But I'm making the tomato chili soup from The Art of Raw Food. I blended it for about 1.5 minutes on high in the high-speed blender to warm it up slightly, and then I took the tomatoes out of the dehydrator just as, again, decoration. We sprinkled them with some green onion and some basil seeds. The recipe called for black seed, but we didn't have any, so we used the basil seeds instead. But here are the soups. These soups were so good. Again, I just love trying recipes from other people. And Paulina really has some amazing recipes in her book. So I was happy to dig into that book again and make these soups for us. If you want to get the bundle, you know what to do. Link is in the description box below. It ends in 24 hours on Monday, December 2nd at midnight Eastern time. So you want to go grab the bundle so that you can try all of these amazing recipes too. Then we made another favorite. Of course, we love to make our favorites as well. This recipe here is the mushroom risotto, which you can find in Make It Raw Volume 2 that I wrote with Chef AJ. So we make a marinade and we chop up some onions and mushrooms and we get those on a dehydrator sheet because we're going to dehydrate those for just a little bit of time, about an hour, so everything gets nice and soft. We spread them out nicely over the dehydrator sheet. And once they are all spread out, then we can get them into the dehydrator. We always have our Excalibur set to about 115 degrees Fahrenheit, and we just slide that right on in there. And while it's marinating, we are going to get a salad together. This is a citrus dressing from Blooming Raw. Her name is Ashley, and she has, I think, 2 ebooks in this bundle. This recipe called for raisins, and we love, again, Food to Live because they have raisins that are unsulfured and they are oil-free and sugar-free as well. So link to all the Food to Live items are in the description box below. We poured on that delicious citrus dressing from Miss Ashley and stirred up that salad. Then we took the mushrooms out of the dehydrator. So we could have let them go a little longer. It really depends on how dehydrated you like them. But we take them off the tray and add them to a bowl with the black forbidden rice that we had soaked. We soaked the rice for about 72 hours and it blooms. So we mix that with the mushrooms and we pour this delicious sauce. This sauce is so good. It's a cauliflower-based sauce, but you would not know it. It's delicious. And Nate always says, why don't we make this more often? But we don't make it often because there are hundreds of other recipes that we like to make as well. And if you want all of those recipes, there's 500 or more from us alone in this bundle. You're getting over 500 recipes just from us, including this deliciousness right here. So go grab the bundle. Link is in the description box below. This salad was so fresh and so delicious. I really enjoyed looking through all the different ebooks that are included in this bundle. You get over 100 of them. So there are a lot of options for you. And again, you can make the cooked items for your family, for your friends, for potlucks, and you can make the raw stuff for yourself. Whatever works for you. There's something for everybody in this bundle. And we included 16 different contributions of ours into this bundle. There are 4 of our video courses, including the Alive Lunch, 35-hour video course, and so many other delicious things. Here is our creamy risotto that we enjoyed, again, cozy on the couch together watching our show. Right now we're watching This Is Us, and it has us crying every episode. Then we had a really awesome day where we prepped everything first thing in the morning. Nate and I really like to do our prep this way because we are fresh first thing in the morning. It's so easy to get everything done. And we did all of the prep for breakfast, lunch, and dinner in under an hour. So we have 4 jars for our lunch dressings and our dinner dressings. And then we have 6 boxes that are ready to go for our lunch and dinner salads. These are all of the ingredients that we are going to chop up and use for the recipes. Then it was just basically about 45 minutes to blend up the dressings. We blended up the Blue Lagoon smoothie from Chris Kendall in his 21-day winter meal plan, which you also get in the bundle. Yes, you get a lot of stuff in the bundle. And then we just chopped up all of the lettuce and other ingredients for our meals for the day. This is for 2 people. It took less than an hour. We have here the harissa ranch salad and dressing from Make It Raw Volume 2. Then we have the Greek omega recipe. This is in the Alive Lunch video course. And we have our Brazil nut there for selenium and the Blue Lagoon smoothie from Chris Kendall. My personal favorite days are the days when we do this prep work. We just get up, we make everything, and it makes the day so much easier because then we just have all our food ready to go. The dressings are blended, the salads are chopped, and we can rest easy during our busy day. So here's our smoothie, and we will come back for lunch and show you how easy it is to get lunch ready.
When lunchtime comes, it's literally this fast. So we're just going to take, I'm going to hold half of the container in, see if I can split this properly, a little bit more, there we go, and then the rest over here, looks about even, maybe a little bit more over here. Now we just rinse that, don't even need to use soap, really, because it's just clean lettuce that was touching it, so easy for dishes. Now we each get one of these, which is really nice. This is a massive amount of tomato and, and bell pepper with the onion. Oh my gosh, look at that.
Do the other one on there.
Okay. This was the coolest part when I was working on a farm. Making lunch was just so fast. A lot of people would take off, they'd go get some takeout. By the time they got back, I'm almost done with my lunch. Fresh lunch, feeling great, and it's so fast. I just love how fast it is. Okay, so we're just gonna
shake that up.
Shake this dressing up. And what's so cool is this is a water-based dressing, so we get to use all of the dressing. And there's a lot of calories in this dressing, so you want to make sure you eat it all because this is this is where a good portion of your calories are coming from, is this dressing. So I'm just gonna we'll just toss this a little bit just to kind of get the dressing to go in, just a smidge. There we go. And then we can grate the Brazil nut on top.
Yes.
But isn't that amazing? Like, how can you fail when you prepared your meal? You're on track. So good. Mm-hmm. And then again, dishes, so quick and easy, just water base. Now we're gonna take a Brazil nut and just a little lemon zester. This is really fun. It looks like fresh Parmesan cheese. It has the, it's so incredible how it resembles in so many ways, like fresh Parmesan cheese. And you're getting, you know, some healthy fat in here. And even more importantly, this is where we're getting our selenium for the day. And we don't do this every single day, but you pretty much could do like a half of a Brazil nut every single day just to make sure you're on point. But it is so fun to use the zester. And then of course, you know, it spreads in there really easy. But look at there. Now Alyssa, this morning, I was cleaning up the kitchen, the dishes a little bit from our trip we just got back, and she was making this stuff up, and it was about 45 minutes. She made the smoothies and the lunch and the dinner. 45 minutes, done. So amazing. So look at this. You want me to fluff this one?
Just one of them. We'll take pictures of the other one.
Look at that.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. This is a good salad right here. I love it with all those heirloom tomatoes. We're kind of catching the tail end of heirloom season. And then of course, what's so nice is a whole pint of dressing, which is close to like 2 cups worth of dressing. So everything is really coated, and it's a low-fat dressing, so you don't have to be feeling any kind of guilt or shame or anything like that because you poured that much dressing. But if you do this in front of an average person who just eats whatever, an omnivore, they are going to be like, whoa, that is a lot of dressing. But they don't understand that it's not an oil-based salad dressing, it's a water-based salad dressing. And that's where a lot of the calories are coming from, because there's not a lot of calories in the salad ingredients itself.
So that video was 4 minutes and 39 seconds.
Yeah, so I mean, you could have your lunch made in less than 2 minutes. If we had some fresh sprouts, we'd throw some fresh sprouts.
And then it was ready to eat for our lunch. So we started munching on our salads and playing chess. Nate and I love to play chess while we are eating because it keeps us concentrated and it keeps us focused. And we don't usually talk a lot while we're eating, and this is so beneficial for our digestion. So if you can slow down, maybe play some chess or another game with your loved ones, this can really help your digestion. And it's a fun pastime to do while you eat. Then it was dinner time. After a long work day, all we have to do is go grab everything from the fridge and dump it all into the bowls. So we have 3 boxes here. This box right here is just the lettuce that we're going to split between the 2 of us as the salad base. So we just dump them all into our bowls evenly. And you could make a mix of lettuces as well. You can always use romaine, iceberg, dandelion, cabbage, any other lettuces that you want to use. And then each of these boxes are the salad ingredients. You just dump it And then you can spread it around. It's like an instant gorgeous salad, seriously. When you fill the salad boxes, and we use reused date containers, those are just from Costco, and we like them because they fit a great amount of vegetables. But we like to put the toppings in the bottom, and then we just build from there. So when you dump it upside down, all the toppings are then on the top. As you can see, the green onion and the red onion. Then we have the carrots. We have some radicchio in there and some cabbage. So there's cucumbers in there too. And you just spread that out. Then we have our dressing. We each have one. It's very, very important to eat all of the dressing. A lot of the calories are in the dressing, so it's advised to consume all of the dressing when it says serving size 1, or if it says serving size 2, split it in 2. Make sure that you get enough calories in your day. So not only should your salads be really big, but you should be consuming all of the dressing as well. So again, this is the Harissa Ranch dressing, which you can find in the Make It Raw Volume 2 ebook that I wrote with Chef AJ, which is one of the over 100 downloads that you get if you buy the bundle in the next 24 hours. It ends Monday night, December 2nd at midnight New York time. So click the link in the description box below to go get that. And then we top with a little bit of Shinto Gourmet kimchi. This is my favorite kimchi. We make our own kimchi as well, but this is my favorite store-bought one. It's raw, it's unpasteurized, and it's super delicious. I love the chunks of the radish in there. It's my favorite by far. And here are our salads. As you can see in the background, we sold our stove and our microwave, and we replaced it with a rack where we can grow our microgreens and we can store our tomatoes and other fruit in there, as well as our large bowls. They live underneath. So that's a really fun new thing in our home. Then one of the days, we made the Catalina French recipe. This is in Meal Plan Volume 3. Again, lots of salads, lots of dressings, lots of smoothies in that one. And I like this one a lot for beginners. The French dressing was one of the dressings that I ate the most during my first year to 2 years raw, and I still eat it quite often. This version has some sun-dried tomatoes and tomato powder added as well to give it a little bit of a more tomato flavor. So that's what we had one of the days as well from the bundle. And then coming back to Blooming Raw, her name again is Ashley, and I had no idea that you could get unpasteurized balsamic vinegar. So she has a link in her ebook for the Brightland balsamic vinegar. Now, this is something that I haven't really consumed a lot of on a raw diet because a lot of the vinegars are pasteurized, but this one not being pasteurized, I feel it's cool to have on a raw diet because I'm all about living foods. So if it's unpasteurized and fermented, I'm all in. I chopped up a variety of different things for this salad and used the palm lime vinaigrette from Ashley in her ebook. Again, Blooming Raw is her Instagram, and she has 2 ebooks in the bundle. This one was basically just lettuce, radicchio, lots of tomatoes, some radishes, and here is the dressing. It's a beautiful pink dressing. We had some amazing heirlooms that always make the salad extra epic. So here are the salads ready to be dressed, and the delicious dressing. This one was really, really good, and it wasn't too heavy balsamic tasting, so I really liked that. And Nate really loved it too. It was a really, really good one. Off we go to our sunny table. In the winter here, we get a lot of sunshine coming in at our dining room table. So we like to sit here and get all nice and cozy, toasty in the sun while we play some chess. So we set up the board and went again playing chess while we eat and enjoying every last bite. Next up was the tacos. Yes, 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 you get the taco book when you buy the bundle. And here is Nate making up the taco shells. Now, we have a template that you cannot get anymore, so don't ask for the link because it doesn't exist. And the Bright Kitchen ones are too thick, so don't buy those. But here is how you can make them freehand. You do not need a template to make these. All you need is a little patience and a quarter cup, either ice cream scooper or a quarter cup measuring cup. So you want to portion out exactly a quarter cup for on one of the 14 by 14 dehydrator trays. Now, here's the secret. If you spread these out 6 inches in diameter, so make 6-inch circles with this using the offset spatula, they will naturally be 1/8 of an inch thin. And that is the magic behind the crunch of these tostadas or taco shells. Making them 1/8 of an inch is key. If they are any thicker than that, then they're a little bit too chewy. If they're too thin, however, then they break apart a little bit too easy. So 1/8 of an inch or 3 millimeters is the key. So all you do is take a little bit of time and spread them so they are 6 inches round, using a quarter cup exactly worth of the batter. And once you get those done, then you can get them into the dehydrator. And, they don't have to be perfect because after the 10-hour mark, you can always cut them after you peel them off the dehydrator sheets. If you want them to be perfect circles, you can do that. Otherwise, they're artesian, right? They're more artsy when you do it yourself. So they go into the dehydrator for 10 hours. At 115 degrees Fahrenheit. After the 10 hours, this is where you could cut them into perfect circles if you want to. You just peel them off the tray and then cut around to make them perfect circles. But if you want to form them into the taco shells, then you just get a taco holder, form them into the shells, and we like to use empty spice jars to keep them open, because if you don't use the spice jars, then sometimes they fold in on themselves, and we need open tacos so we can fill them with all the goodies. So use those spice jars just to keep them open while they are dehydrating. And if you didn't want to make taco shells, if you wanted to make tostadas instead, all you do is peel those off. And again, this is after they've been in the dehydrator for 10 hours. You don't want to go too long and you don't want to go too short. So about 10 hours is all you need. And then you put a mesh tray on top after you flip them. So keep going, peel them off the Teflex sheets and put them on the mesh trays. Then you just put another tray on top and you just keep going. The reason why we put a mesh tray on top is to keep them from curling up during the final 10-hour dry time. So you don't want them to curl up. You want to keep them flat. So the best way to do that is just to put another mesh tray on top and it'll keep them nice and flat. Then you can slide them into the dehydrator. You can have the tostadas just like this with the mesh tray on top, or the taco shells in their mold on the bottom shelf, and you let those go for another 10 hours. Here is our taco meat. In the taco ebook, you get quite a few options for taco grounds or taco meat. This is basically just a blend of nuts and seeds and some vegetables, and we like to put that on a solid Teflex sheet. Here are our tostadas. They're all dry and ready for dinner. We then separate the taco grounds. Here's Jai, just checking things out. But we separate the taco grounds into little chunks on the dehydrator tray so that they can dry. You can make them as big or as small as you want. Just remember, the bigger they are, the longer they are going to take to dehydrate. So keep them in, bite-sized pieces. And then you can toss those into the dehydrator and let them dry for about 1 to 2 hours. You can check on them to see how you like them, and if you want them a little bit more solid or crusty, then you can let them dry for a little bit longer. And then here I am making up a simple salsa. We've got tomatoes and green onions. We have a guacamole as well. And of course, I love red onion. This is how I like to chop them. I know everyone has their different ways of chopping onion, but this is how I like to do it. I like to cut them into half circles and then just dice them all this way. It's the easiest way that I like to do it. But yeah, so these are for the toppings, and then the rest of them we're going to put in the salsa and the guacamole as well. You can have any other toppings that you want for this. You could have some cilantro, you could dice up some hot chilies or jalapeno. You could have other things like grated carrots for your tacos. Really, I mean, you can make anything you want. So what we like to do is start with some guacamole, and we put the guacamole on first so everything kind of sticks onto the taco shells, because if we start putting the drier stuff on, sometimes it falls apart. Then we go with the taco meat. These are nice and soft. They're not too crusty. They are perfect texture. Again, you get recipes in the bundle when you buy the bundle. The link is in my description box below, and you can make this as well. Then we move on to another sticky layer, which is the nacho cheese sauce. You get the nacho cheese sauce and the cashew sour cream recipes in the taco book, so you can enjoy those on your tacos as well. Followed by a little bit of lettuce. You could use shredded cabbage as well, or any other greens you like. And then some salsa. Don't worry if you get a little messy with it, because we know tacos are messy and we love them. So just go crazy with it and have fun. You can always clean everything up later. Then for Nate's, he added an extra scoop of guacamole onto the top of his, and he got a little artsy with his cashew sour cream. Topping it with a little cilantro and some red onions and a little extra of that nacho cheese sauce. Why not, right? Here are his tacos, and it's my turn. It's my turn spreading that guacamole onto the taco shells. Getting the taco meat on there as well. Filling them nice and wide. See how wide they are? And that is because we used the spice jars to hold them open while they were dehydrating, so we could fill them with all this deliciousness. We have a little bit of iceberg lettuce here. And of course, we cannot forget the salsa. It's probably one of my favorite parts of the tacos is the salsa. I like to load it up. And then we have our cashew sour cream. You could also add nacho cheese sauce here if you want. And topping it with some fresh cilantro. And of course, I load all my stuff up always with lots of onions because I just love onions. Topping it up with a little bit extra sour cream and tomatoes. And here we go. Our last meal that we made from the plant-based bundle. You get this ebook as well when you buy the bundle. You only have 24 hours to get it. It ends Monday, December 2nd at midnight Eastern. So go to the description box below and get the bundle so you can download over 100 different contributions, including you get the Christmas showstoppers with the Beat Wellington from Raw Chef Yin, as well as her Korean barbecue raw vegan video course. I made all of this last year when I got her Korean barbecue course, and it was phenomenal. Seriously, one of the best spreads that I've ever had. I highly recommend getting the bundle, even just for that course. There's also recipes from Sky Conway, Roar Sky, and she's got 2 ebooks in there. And Chris Kendall has his Cravings Busters Stews ebook. This is his lentil wat stew, which is one of my favorites from him. You also get Holiday Menu Volume 3. This is a brand new ebook that we wrote special for this bundle, and it's just released. So if you want some recipes for Christmas coming up, get the bundle now so you have plenty of recipes to choose from for your holiday feasts. And the cool thing is that you not only get Holiday Menu Volume 3 with step-by-step guides on when to make everything. So 9 a.m. you make this, 10 a.m. you make this, noon you do this, and everything will be ready for dinner time all at the same time. I took all the guesswork out for you so you can make an 8-course raw vegan feast. You also get Holiday Menu Volume 1, which has the Christmas quiche and the pumpkin date pie, but you also get Holiday Menu Volume 2 that has other recipes in it too, like the green bean casserole and the magic mushroom loaf. You want to get that one too. So all 3 of the holiday menus are available to you to download. If you pay the $50, you get access to download any of the ebooks that you want. There's over 100 of them from so many different people, including 16 from us. Nate contributed his microgreens and sprouts video course to help you grow your own microgreens and sprouts and even ferments. You also get the hand salad ebook, so you can make the delicious hand salads. There are also new wrap recipes in the Alive Lunch video course, and there's a new onion-free zucchini garden party wrap in the Tales from the Tailgate ebook. That's our raw vegan travel ebook teaching you how we travel as raw vegans. So we've got all the tools, all the cool stuff, our tips, our tricks for planning, prep, packing, and hiking, camping, you name it, road trips, air travel, resort stays. We go over all of it with you in that ebook. It's an almost 300-page ebook with over 100 recipes. And that, again, is just one of the over 100 ebooks and courses that you get when you buy the bundle. But you only have 24 hours. This is the last time I'm going to say it. Go grab the bundle if you haven't yet. It's the best way to get the most of our content. We contributed 16 things to this bundle, valued at $867. The total value of the bundle is over $3,700. So you're going to want to get that for $50. Go to the description box below and grab it. I will see you for the next video. We're doing Vlogmas, so stay tuned for so many videos coming every day in the month of December. I love you all so much, and thank you to everyone who has purchased the bundle already. I hope you are enjoying all the goodies inside. See you next time, and fruit on.